Mary Meet, this is Jen with Jenny Demonic. How's it going? I have a lot to talk about today. First of all, let me give you a menu, right? Let me give you a menu of what we're going to be talking about. A lot of people have asked me recently a few questions about setting of lights and the spell. Folks, those are two different things. We're going to talk about it today, and I'm also offering a special setting of lights on our site for new moon and full moon, and I will also tell you why I'm doing that. So then we're going to be talking about the Egyptian sex spell again, because if you look through my previous video, I shared an Egyptian sex spell with you. And if you remember, if you watched that video, it was Erin coming to me and say, I found this spell, we gotta try it. Well, since then, quite a few of my clients have done that spell. And it turns out that it really works, but you gotta do it in a certain way. So do watch that video, but also watch this video, because I'm going to show you exactly how it works for them versus just doing it like we did it before, if that makes sense. So watch this video until the end, and I'll show you how it works for my clients when they chant what we now call the Anubi spell, how it works, and lo and behold, it does work. Sorry, folks, I'm really sorry about this. Love spells are discriminating. It does work more on male targets than it does on female targets. We have found that out. We always try new spells, and then we ask our clients, how does that work for you? If for something that, obviously for something that we do, we know because we have experimented. When we try something new, we ask our clients, I'm like, try it. No, try it. Let me see how it works for you. And then the client gives us feedback. The Anubis spell works, and it works wonders. And you don't have to have the person in front of you. You just chant it, and I'm going to tell you how. But unfortunately, there is a downside, because we gave that spell to say to both males and females when they had male targets and female targets. And we noticed that, unfortunately, yet again, the spells are discriminative in that way. Or I should say probably discriminatory, discriminatory. And so they work better when the target is a male than when the target is a female. But don't worry, I'll keep searching, I'll keep fighting for you all that want a female target. I promise you. There is a female version of the Anubis spell as well. It's in the other video, okay? And you're gonna do it the same way that you do the one that I'm gonna show you, except with the female version. When the target is a female, you need the mother's name, and now we know that you cannot miss that one. Now we know that, and then you need running water in front of you and a red candle where you say that. Whereas if the target is a male, you don't need anything, just your words and your hands. So, oh, folks, I would love to say that one size fits all, but it really, in spell casting, as I said last time, it's an art, it's not science. It doesn't work that way. Everybody's different, everything is different. But good news, the Anubis spell for sex works wonders. Stay with me, and we're going to talk about that. I want to touch upon the difference between setting of lights and spells, because a lot of people think that when you just, I don't know, buy a candle out of Botanica in the US, or you just buy a candle, or you order a candle online, that's a spell. That's not, folks. That's setting of lights, okay? So what is a setting of lights and what is a spell? A setting of lights is a wish. You get a candle, you get a wish, so you get a piece of paper, you write a petition, the petition is your wish, right? You put it under a candle or whatever you put it, and you light up the candle. Now I'm offering that service on my site now for very cheap, for a limited time. And what I'm gonna do is I am actually gonna be the one that sets up the light for you. And I'm gonna watch how it burns, and I'm gonna watch how it goes down, and I'm gonna take pictures of that and send it to you along with what I see. Why do I do that? It's complicating my life, believe me, because you gotta stay alert when there's a candle on, because you don't want to blow up the house. But I want to see, you know, we're a coven, so there's a lot of people that cast, and we're getting so big that sometimes I don't even see the reports that are sent to you guys. Somebody casts it goes to you, and then you usually end up coming to me and say, this report said it was only 50% successful. What does that mean? Well, I haven't seen the flame burning, you know, because we give that usually to Diana. She does an amazing job. But I think when you have a little bit of a iffy situation, you probably want to come to me with that setting of light, so I can actually see what's up and how it's going down, and tell you firsthand what I see. That's why I decided to have Hannah work on Saturday. She doesn't like me so much today, but I decided, well, you know, why don't you stay on Saturday, help me put this one out, and so that they know that I can do it and I can look into this deeply, because obviously some of you get a little scared when you get a report and you go like, oh my God, the report said that he resisted. Well, that can happen, and I see that too in my own setting of lights. My own setting of lights is different for another reason. It's a demonic setting of lights. So I don't just light up the candle, but I do a demonic praise, a demonic chant, demonic mass, and light it up. And chances are, because I have Reiki in my hands, that you might actually feel me when I do so. Who knows? Everybody's different on that one too. Now, setting of lights, we said, and this is all for you all folks, you know, anyone who's just coming across my channel and don't know what the heck I'm all about. There's a difference between a spell and a setting of light. The setting of light is one candle, one wish. That's it. It's a make-a-wish type of thing. It's not a spell. A spell is a more complicated thing. And I did make a video about that. You should look, you know, probably in videos that I made 2 years ago. A spell requires usually at least 3 7-day candles, so 3 pillars candles. And usually we use a set of chimes. So a spell has a lot more energy, a lot more material, happens usually a lot faster. But if you are on a budget and you still want to know what the situation is about with you, the setting of lights is perfect. And you can do that multiple times, you know? So I have it there, but just so you know, even for yourself, even when you go to a botanica and you buy a candle, that candle is not a spell. That candle is a candle, and it's a setting of light. Period, full stop. You can do a spell. I offer, you know, many videos below, so check it out, because all of those are spells. I rarely do setting of lights. You know, I think the last time I did setting of lights was like 5 years ago. And the reason why I don't do setting of lights is because setting of lights really requires a lot of work. You gotta tend to the candle at all times, because things do catch on fire. So setting of lights require a particular situation where you can actually do that setting of lights. And it's a lot more work because you have to send a report, to be accountable, be truthful about what you're seeing. So it's a lot of work. And, you know, there are people who do an amazing setting of lights, but not a lot of people do amazing setting of lights. I gotta be honest with you. If you decide to do a setting of lights on your own in your own home, I sometimes advise clients if they want to burn their own candles. That's a setting of light. I always advise for safety first because things do catch on fire, folks. And so that's why setting of lights is complicated. Sometimes, however, I cannot avoid the setting of light because if you work on a coven, chances are you don't get to know every report that's out there for your client. And at some point, you want to be able to see what is going on with your client right before your own eyes. So that's why I think sometimes I prefer to just do it my own, and like in the old days. So feel free to order that. For the new moon, I will be offering Love, Lust, Lovers Come Together, Obsession. I will put the link down here. And then for the waning moon, the next cycle, I'll be offering cursing type of setting of lights. There's that one too. You know, also, another thing, I need to say this because Erin is getting very frustrated. So I need to say this before anything else. A lot of you still are not ordering correctly. If you are ordering a product on our website, you have to follow up with an email. Don't just wait for us to reach out to you. We have, on average right now, we average, I think, 300 to 400 people a day that order. We can't keep up with everyone that's ordering and says, oh yeah, this is a follow-up email, you need to send the pictures and details. It's your information. Send it to Erin at shinem26@gmail.com. That's S as in Sam, HIN as in Nancy, EM as in Mary, 26@gmail.com. shinem26@gmail.com. Even if you order, first of all, if you order on Bonanza for my Reiki, you should order directly on Bonanza because otherwise I will never know that you ordered, number one. Or you should send an email to Erin because otherwise she will never know that you ordered, number two. I see too many people sending messages to our general system. Our general system, folks, is for us to notify you when the work begins. That's where we send you the dates, like the little, dear Jane Doe, your spell has been scheduled. Your spell, I don't know, Slave of My Love, Demonic Possession by Erin will begin this date and will end this date. Please know that this is demonic casting and there is no report. Or if it's a Diana's product, please know that Diana will notify you and there will be a report. That's what the general mailbox is for. You're gonna receive a notification from us there when your product is about to get started. But when you are ordering, please don't use that one. We cannot know that you ordered. I mean, there's so many of you that ordered at the same time that it would take Houdini to know, oh, that's that person. Oh yeah, that's the other one. So please order correctly. And if you go to somebody else, sometimes they don't even reach out to you. You pay the money. They go like, thank you, goodbye. You don't even know whether that was cast or not cast, done and not done, who knows. We're not like that, but at least do us a favor. After you ordered, and I didn't think I needed to say this again because I'm finding myself saying this in almost every video. after you order, whether you order on Bonanza or you ordered on our site, you need to make contact with Erin because otherwise it's not done. And don't come to me and says, I ordered that and never heard from you guys. Well, did you email the information? Because we are very diligent. We cast for everyone that orders. We follow up with everyone that orders. But again, we're not Houdinis here. We can't have the crystal ball for each and one of you. Follow the instructions and you're just going to be fine. Usually when we receive an email after your order goes through probably like within, I would say, 24 to 48 hours, it's up on our altar. If we don't know, you're waiting for nothing. End of the rant. Now, there is a couple of things that I need to tell you. One, there's a new product on my Bonanza Reiki that is Reiki with stretches. If anyone of you is wishing to lose weight or to work on their digestive, reproductive, back, and that is an amazing way to do it. It's a restorative flow. And it's awesome. It's not a workout. It's a light stretch with Reiki healing, but it's gonna be wonderful. And I look forward to do it with you. The demonic setting of lights, I've already talked to you about. It's on our site, and I will do that one personally. The Anubi chant, we found out that the Egyptian sex spell, I can't pronounce the word Egyptian today. Egyptian sex spell is a very much a working spell. And lo and behold, unfortunately, it only works on male targets. I am really sorry, but I will continue. Erin will continue her search for. We have interesting things like she sometimes talks to archaeologists, to find out old spells. This one was exactly that. It is an old spell that was found in a papyrus. And if you want to know the story, watch the other video on the Egyptian sex spells. On this one, I'm going to give you a tip to make this spell work for you, because we found out just recently that the way this spell works is if you do it this way. You stand in lotus position. See my hands? See my legs? This is a lotus. I'm not going to be revealing myself. I don't intend to, but I'm just like showing you my knees. I'm in lotus position now. My body is erect. I breathe in and out a couple of times, and then I take my right hand. You see, this is, my right hand here. And I say, I will put down the formula here again. I start tapping before I say it, okay? Because you are basically using shamanic tapping to awaken the soul of this individual that you want for yourself. Are you with me? Okay, so you start tapping. Tap for about 30 seconds, excuse me, before you actually say the formula. And when you are ready to say it, just know that you're going to say it 3 consecutive times each night. So you start at 9 p.m., for example, on one night, you start tapping, you say this 3 consecutive times, and I'm going to show you how. And then you say that the following night and the following night, usually 7 nights, but my clients can do it more than 3. I don't know, just at least 3 nights. Do it at least 3 nights. I would say 7 for this one, though. I have clients that have done it actually more than 7 nights, and they've seen great results. Okay, so here we go. We are tapping. You are breathing in and out. You are in lotus position, and you are calm, and you are positive, and you are centered in yourself, and you go like Anubis, Anubis, Anubis. You call him 3 times. Anubis, 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 I summon here today to hunt everywhere for, let's say, John Doe, and overwhelm him with desire, and that John Doe is to face anxiety at midday, evening, at all times until he has sex with a woman called, we'll say Jane Doe. We'll say Jane Doe, and that John Doe shall suffer the pangs of love sickness. He can't eat, he can't drink until he follows Jane Doe hopelessly. John Doe is to follow after Jane Doe footsteps until John Doe's male parts unite with Jane Doe's female parts. And you keep tapping, 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 tapping. And you say it again, Anubis, Anubis, Anubis. And you do it 2 more times. Now, some of my clients, they said to me very honestly, say, you know, on the last line, Jen, when you say to follow after Jane Doe's footsteps until John Doe's male part, I just say John Doe's, well, the actual name, so D-I-C-K. Yeah, I hope YouTube doesn't censor me. And for the female part, you get it. So they go just right straight to, they give the Anubis the straight dough, so to speak. And the more passion you put into your chant, the better the results will be. It is important that you align yourself with what it is that you want to achieve here, and that you receive. Don't put yourself in a place of anxiety, folks, because it's not gonna happen. Just remain calm and continue. You know, keep calm and keep doing. Keep calm and spell on. That should be our motto here. For the women, it is a little bit different. You should watch the other video. It is a little bit different because in ancient times, the mother of the woman would bring the daughter to the male. And we're no longer in those times, folks. It's sometimes I feel like it's a blessing, but back then that's how it worked. So that formula actually respects the original, you know, the original time of, it's a very ancient formula. And you'll find that in the Egyptian sex spell video. Now, I have had some good results. Some clients have told me that that worked for them, but I feel that in terms of getting things fast and going, here's what I really feel you should do. If you have visual access to your target, the best one to try is the sex spell no ingredients, because that one has worked over and over and over on males and females all the time. And I know some of my clients keep saying, oh, Jen, I don't feel like I'm gonna look like a creep if I do that. True, but if you don't do that, you'll never know if that works. And that has worked so many times on so many different people, and it doesn't discriminate whether you're woman, man, transgender, non-binary, that I don't see why you wouldn't try it. You don't have to go like this in their face. You can do that privately. And it is important that you know that however you pronounce the Malaysian word is not important. What is important is your intent. That's the main thing that's important, is your intent. See, that's my Reiki certification right there. I didn't even notice it was in the camera. So I am Reiki certified. So that is important for you to know, that you can do the sex spell if the target, you have access to the target. If you don't have access to the target, then do the Anubis. So say you're online with a target. Say you're just chatting with a target. Say you don't see the target, like visually in front of you physically, then you do the Anubi. The Anubi has had some amazing results in the last month or so. And I felt compelled to share that with you, because I do want you to succeed and I do want you to be happy, but most of all, I want you to be empowered and happy. One of these days, we should talk about exactly that. We should talk about what it means to feel the power when you're casting, and also what it means to empower yourself when you're casting. Well, that way you don't give away your own power. We should probably do a video like that, because I think a lot of my clients and a lot of you out there would benefit from a sense of empowerment of your own, so that you don't give it out all the way into your casting. It's a little bit of a complicated concept, but I'm happy to explain that to you. In the meantime, remember, what have I talked to you about today? The difference between setting of lights and a spell. Remember, setting of lights is a wish, a spell is a little more of a complicated thing. So that's number one to remember. Anubis, the Egyptian sex spell, we've had feedbacks from some of our clients, and it totally worked. It worked with that intention exactly in the way that it's written. So it totally worked. But you need to add the tapping and do it like I showed you in this video, because it has been proven now to be effective when the target is a male. What else did I told you? I told you to order correctly and to always send Aaron the email after you order, because otherwise we will not know that you have ordered. And then also I explained to you that there is a new product on Bonanza, which is Reiki with stretches. I'm going to put it right here. And also a new demonic setting of lights. Get it while it lasts, because I don't intend to cast 1,000 setting of lights. So at some point you will not see that anymore, because again, it's a big responsibility. But I'm happy to do that to see what your situation looks like for a limited time. And with that, I leave you. I hope you all staying cool, because in the United States, it's gonna be hot, hot, hot the coming week. And stay cool, stay happy, stay safe. This is Jenny Demonic. Bye.